Hi friends, I'm Eleanor. Welcome back to Nostalgic Home Decor. Today, we're creating one of the sweetest little spots in a cottage-style home, a window seat reading nook. Not a fancy renovation, and not anything that has to feel perfect, but a small corner where summer books, soft light, old quilt, and favourite little treasures can come together in a way that feels useful and personal. By the end of this visit, you'll have several simple decorating ideas for turning a window, bench, built-in seat, or even a quiet chair by the window into a reading nook that feels cared for, practical, and full of memory. We'll talk about cushions and pillows, book storage, vintage accents, summer colour, and those finishing touches that make a little space feel like it truly belongs in your home. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have a favourite place to read in the summer? Maybe a chair by the window, a porch rocker, or a little corner where the afternoon light always seems to land just right. A window seat nook does not have to begin with a full home renovation. It can start with what you already own: a low bench, a sturdy trunk, a built-in seat, or even a pair of old dining chairs placed beneath a window. The idea is to create a landing place. If you have a true window seat, wonderful. But if you don't, look around your home with fresh eyes. An old cedar chest under a window can become a reading spot with a proper cushion on top. A painted farmhouse bench can feel just right in a hallway, guest room, sunroom, or quiet corner of the living room. For comfort, choose a cushion that is firm enough to sit on but soft enough for lingering. A ticking stripe cushion, faded floral fabric, blue check, or cream cotton slipcover can all work beautifully with cottage style. If you sew, this is a lovely place to use leftover fabric. If you don't, a folded quilt or neatly layered seat pad can do the job. The practical tip here is to keep the seat simple and stable. A reading nook should invite someone to sit down, not worry about moving too many things out of the way. One cushion, 2 or 3 pillows, and a small throw are usually enough. And there is something tender about giving an old piece a new purpose. A trunk that once held blankets, a bench from the back porch, or a chair that belonged to someone in the family can become part of your everyday home decor ideas without losing its story. Once you have your seat, bring in softness with linens. This is where a window seat begins to feel inviting. but it's also where many spaces can become too busy. The goal is collected, not cluttered. For summer, I like lighter fabrics: cotton, linen, faded chambray, old pillow ticking, small florals, and simple checks. You might use 2 larger pillows at the back for support, then 1 smaller pillow in front with a sweet pattern. A vintage needlepoint pillow can be lovely, but give it room to shine instead of surrounding it with too many competing prints. A folded quilt at one end adds colour and comfort. In summer, look for lighter quilts in soft blue, butter yellow, faded rose, or white with tiny calico prints. Even if the quilt is not perfect, it can still add that heirloom feeling so many of us love. Here's a practical styling tip. Repeat one colour 3 times. For example, if your pillow has soft blue flowers, repeat that blue in a book cover, a small vase, or a ribbon around a stack of letters. This is a simple interior design trick that makes the nook feel pulled together without looking staged. Linens are also one of the easiest, affordable home upgrades. You don't need to repaint a whole room or buy new furniture. A fresh cushion cover, a laundered quilt, or a pair of old embroidered pillowcases can change the mood of a small space in an afternoon. And isn't it lovely how old fabric carries memory? A pillowcase from a linen closet, a quilt from your mother's house, or a piece of fabric found at a church sale can make a reading corner feel like it has always been part of the home. Now, of course, a summer reading nook needs books, but the way we display them matters. You want the books close enough to use, but not piled so high that the space feels messy. A small stack beside the cushion works nicely, maybe 3 or 4 books, with the one you're reading on top. If your window seat has storage underneath, use it for extra paperbacks, magazines, or seasonal reading. A shallow basket can hold library books, devotionals, garden books, or old decorating books. If you love vintage home decor, look for books with cloth covers, pretty spines, or soft faded colours. But don't choose books only because they look nice. A good reading nook should have real books you actually want to open. A small wall shelf nearby can be helpful, especially in a guest room or sunroom. You might place a few books, a reading lamp, and a little dish for eyeglasses. That turns the nook into a practical part of your home organization, not just a pretty corner. If your home is small, this can also be one of those small space decorating ideas that gives a forgotten window a purpose. Instead of adding more furniture, you're using the edge of the room wisely. And books have such a way of marking seasons in our lives. A summer novel, a garden journal, a Bible with notes in the margin, or a cookbook with splattered pages can bring more feeling to a room than anything bought new. Before we move on, tell me in the comments, what kind of book would you keep in your summer window seat nook? A mystery, a devotional, a garden book, a cookbook, or an old favourite you've read more than once? A reading nook becomes much more useful when there is a place to set something down. That might be a small side table, a painted stool, a wooden tray, or a woven basket with a flat lid. If your window seat is in a bedroom, a tiny table can hold a teacup, reading glasses, and a small lamp. In a kitchen or breakfast room, a tray with a lemonade glass, folded napkin, and garden clippings can make the nook feel fresh for summer. In a farmhouse kitchen, even a low wooden stool beside the window can bring that relaxed cottage feeling without taking up much space. The key is proportion. Choose a piece that fits the nook instead of crowding it. A little round table with turned legs, a painted step stool, or an old sewing basket can all work. Look for pieces with character, but make sure they are clean, sturdy, and useful. This is also a wonderful place to use vintage finds. A small toll tray, a floral china saucer, a wooden book box, or a lidded basket can add personality while helping keep the area tidy. Good farmhouse decor often works best when beauty and function sit side by side. A practical tip is to create a reading tray. Add one book, one small vase, one coaster, and one useful item like glasses or a bookmark. That keeps the nook from becoming a catch-all. And sometimes the smallest pieces bring the strongest memories. A tray from your grandmother's kitchen, a little table from an upstairs bedroom, or a basket that once held sewing can quietly tell a story without needing any explanation. The final layer is what gives the window seat its heart. Start with the light. If the window already brings in soft morning or afternoon sun, let that be the star. Keep curtains light, and easy cotton panels, cafe curtains, lace, or a simple valance can frame the view without blocking it. If you need evening light, add a small lamp nearby. A brass lamp, a ceramic lamp with a pleated shade, or a painted wooden lamp can work beautifully. Good light is not just decorative, it makes the nook usable. Next, bring in something living or seasonal. For summer, that might be a small pitcher of daisies, a sprig of lavender, zinnias from the garden, or a little pot of geraniums on the sill. You don't need a large arrangement. One small floral touch can brighten the whole corner. Then add one personal treasure, just one. Maybe a framed family photo, a little china bird, a hand-painted plate, a bookmark from a trip, or a small box that belonged to someone dear. This keeps the space meaningful without making it crowded. A helpful decorating tip is to step back and look at the nook from across the room. Does it have a clear place to sit? Can you see the books? Is there one pretty focal point? If yes, you're there. If not, remove one or two things. Cottage style feels best when the eye has a place to rest. This is true for so many home improvement projects, isn't it? The best changes are not always the biggest ones. Sometimes a little window, a cushion, a stack of books, and a remembered treasure can make a room feel more loved. So today, we created a summer reading nook by starting with a simple seat, layering soft linens, adding useful books, bringing in a small table or tray, and finishing with light, flowers, and one personal piece. I hope this gave you decorating ideas you can use in your own home, whether you have a built-in window seat, a bench in the hallway, a quiet bedroom corner, or just one sunny chair that has been waiting for a purpose. If this video brought you a little inspiration, I'd be so grateful. If you'd like it, subscribe to Whispering Cottage Home and leave a comment telling me what you would place in your own summer reading nook. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Tina, and I'll see you next time here at Whispering Cottage Home.